So hi everyone and welcome again to Tech Tuesday. I am Misha and once every 2 weeks I'll be guiding you through the technical world of solar cars. Today we'll start seeing the inside of a solar car. We'll also have some guests that join me on the couch that walk you through the specifics. So stay tuned and let's get started. So hey Temba, how are you doing?
I'm great, thanks.
So today we're going to start and learn about what's inside of a solar car. Are you excited?
More than ready.
In the previous episode, we talked about how solar cars are basically the same as electric cars, but they don't need to be plugged in to be recharged.
That's correct, but they can be recharged. Solar cars have a battery. Although the energy is collected through the sun, it needs to be stored somewhere. So in case that there is no sun, we can always charge the battery externally.
Okay, but what does a battery of a solar car then look like?
Well, you've probably bought batteries in the supermarket for your control remote or your lamp, right?
Definitely.
Well, a solar car is basically formed of multiple small rechargeable batteries arranged in a specific way so that the energy stored can be maximized. It's around this size.
Cool. But is that all that forms a solar car battery?
Nice that you asked. The battery needs to be checked. Let's say that's where the BMS comes into play.
The BMS?
The battery management system.
Okay, tell me about that.
In simple terms, the BMS is a system that makes sure everything within the battery is working okay. It monitors, keeps safe and improves how well the battery works.
Would you then be able to say that the BMS is sort of the supervisor of the battery?
Yeah, you could say that.
Then I have one last question.
Shoot.
Why or where do we mount the battery inside the car?
Well, that depends on the specifics of your car and how creative you can be. For us, it depends on the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge regulations. First of all, we have to make sure that the battery can be removed safely and that it's reachable in the case we need to change something. Then we have to secure it mechanically so that it's fixed and connected to the car and does not move while we are driving. Lastly, we have to find a place that ensures electrical protection. Everything needs to be safe.
And I trust you with that job. Thank you very much for joining us today on the couch, Temba. Now we know a little bit more about solar car batteries.
It was my pleasure.
Now that we have the energy needed to move the solar car stored somewhere, how about we learn how to use it? For that matter, we have Wout here. You're not Wout.
Oh, hey, Misha.
Hey, Wout.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So you are electric motor expert, right?
You could say so, yeah.
Can you start explaining what's so special about these electric motors?
To understand what's special about electric motors, we can compare them with gasoline engines. To do that, we have to make some clear distinctions.
Okay.
Gasoline motors store the thermal energy that is created when the gasoline is burned, but electric motors store the electric energy that they receive in magnetic fields.
Wait, gasoline motors store thermal energy and then electric motors store electric energy?
Yeah, that's right. Basically, a gasoline motor uses the chemical process of burning a fuel to create movement, but an electric motor uses magnets to create movement.
And our electric motor is then made out of magnets?
Yes, there's two kinds of magnets. One is permanent and one is electric. So when we put electricity in our rotor, it will start moving as it constantly repelled and attracted to the other permanent magnet at the motor. Electricity and magnetism go hand in hand.
That's so cool. So we're talking about what makes an electric motor special and different. What would be something that you specifically find super interesting about these things?
Oh, definitely. Electric motors are, for example, 95% efficient, while gasoline motors are only about 20 to 35% efficient.
How can this difference be so staggering?
Well, electric motors don't lose as much energy as gasoline cars because they don't get as hot. There are also ways to take advantage of them, like putting the motor inside of the wheel so that there are fewer parts that can cause energy to be lost.
That's so cool. I wonder if we can calculate how much we can drive, let's say on like 500 phones that are fully charged.
We definitely can. I just learned from Temba how much energy a battery can store. So with that much energy, we could drive our car from Rotterdam to Paris without needing to recharge.
Great. Do you want to go on a trip?
I'm down.
Well, so now we've just prepared our getaway weekend. Let's finish this episode. Next day we'll be talking about how solar cell sandwiches can convert light into electricity. So stay tuned for that. See you in the next one. Hey, while you're still here, please subscribe to our channel for more new content. A like also helps. Thank you. Bye.